Good evening, guys.
Good evening, sir.
All right.
Yeah, good evening.
Let's
How's
see.
everyone doing?
Doing good, doing good. Let's give it a couple minutes for everybody to get in here. Make sure we're recording, all the volumes up, because I want to post this in the room. Got some pretty big news I hear today.
Yeah, we got a little bit of something to disclose. I think somebody I saw, I think in the Shill group or in the mod chat, has found it already. But yeah, something to unveil and then a little bit more of a kind of an update to provide on what the future of that looks like. So yeah, super excited.
Nobody hides anything from the wankers.
That's it, right?
We'll give it till like 4 or 5 after. We already got a decent amount of people trickling in.
Sounds good to me.
Now, is your name are you Steven with a VEN or a PHEN?
In the real world with a PH. But as I said, I work in Switzerland, so with the kind of the German and the French and the different kind of pronunciations, I'm Stefan or
Stefan.
Stefan, which I'm not. I'm actually Stephen. But so I go with Steve. I've always gone with Steve all my life, but it kind of sticks easier and makes it me not be called a name that is not my name.
Well, that's actually my middle name, Stephen, Steven. So my middle name's actually spelled that way as well.
You're even more cool than I originally thought you were, Michael.
I know, right?
and I have to disclose, everyone joining, I made up a name for Mike today that I wanted to disclose because Mike is always so active and always running, and now he's abbreviated the name of the group to DMC. He's now known as Run DMC.
This is true. We may run into some copyright if I ever get big, but was definitely a fan of Run DMC growing up.
Me too. That was kind of the thing. I remember it very, very well. I won't do any more karaoke. I think we've kind of talked or done karaoke enough.
I think you've done it enough.
Yeah, it still haunts me, to be fair.
I know, right?
It still haunts me.
I used to do a lot of karaoke though, to be honest with you, but never sober. I mean, I'd have to have quite a few before I really get going.
Yeah, I have to say, I wish that I was a good singer because it would be a good profession to have. I have to say, I grew up with a friend actually. His parents used to live in the north, like kind of up in northern England in Newcastle, and his mum was a professional singer. His sister was signed by Sony, and he was a very good singer. And we always used to want to be, you know what it's like back in the kind of the East 17, kind of era, let's start our own little boy band. Yeah. At 10 years old, that didn't work with me because I sing like a strangled cat.
Yeah.
I thought for sure, Steve, you were going to say you used to sing professionally because I feel like every time we have a conversation, you're like, well, I used to do that professionally. It's like, oh, God, this man has so many tools in his pocket.
I think
that's great.
I mean, I'd say a lot of the things I have done kind of pro are more not really sports, let's be honest. I wouldn't say, well, they are sports, but they're not really athletic sports. Let's put it that way. I've never really
besides
tennis, exactly tennis. But that was when I was younger than 20, when I still had some cardio left. Right?
Man, you're telling me I'm still playing full court basketball in my league. I'm in this over 40 league, and it's full court, and man, it's tough.
I also smoke as well, so I think I'd probably die if I did that. I say nowadays I only run for two things, right? And that is for public transport or from the police. That's only 2 times I run.
Two worthy causes. All right. Well, we got a pretty decent turnout so far, so I think we can probably get started. We'll give you the floor to start it all, Steve. What's new?
Cool. Oh, I'm just going to mute Evan. There's a bit of feedback there. Apologies, buddy. A few things kind of to kind of reflect on, a few things to kind of talk about. But I think that I guess the first kind of reflection is really upon launch day, which was only just a couple of days ago. It seems like a long time ago already now. But I think that, really in reflection, talking to the team, thinking about our next moves and the progress and growth that we want to have moving forward. I think reflecting back on that day is something we're very, very proud of, and actually we were having a kind of a team VC earlier on this evening, and we were watching another token launch, and it didn't launch as seamlessly as ours did. And I think we were kind of extremely proud that we launched on time, a very good kind of buy pressure, had a good run up to kind of 5-6x, a little bit of a pullback, but that restabilized over the next day or so. And I think we're kind of now waiting for a little bit of a catalyst now to start running that back up again. But I think that we couldn't be prouder of, everybody in the community, how we launched, and that we have retained that initial pump. And we're not far off our all-time high, a couple of days after launch, which I think is, post-launch or at launch run-ups, a lot of tokens recently struggle to kind of get above that and keep on rising. But I think that we've got an extremely steady price floor, some great people holding and investing with us, and really excited about the upcoming catalysts, which are going to help us drive, more, community, but also more volume as things progress. So I think just the reflection on the launches, we couldn't be more proud of what we were trying to kind of promote as the super stealth. And we're hoping that, other projects don't necessarily use launch pads all the time, moving forward, and actually see this as kind of a role model for potentially how to do things a little bit different, and ensure the success of a new launch on the Binance Smart Chain. So interested to see whether other people follow that. We've talked to a few other teams, and they're like, yeah, well, we're going to go on a launch pad. Maybe we're not going to now because we've got a good enough kind of base of, community and partners and collaborators. So we're hoping also that this shows that there are other ways to do things that can be successful. So really, to draw a line under the launch, super happy, couldn't be prouder of all the guys and you guys really supporting us through that.
Yeah, obviously, guys, seriously, thank you guys so much. I mean, like Steve said, it couldn't have gone any smoother, and we're just absolutely blessed for the community that we've built in just these short 6 weeks' time. I mean, we have some of the strongest community members. They're active. It's not just a bunch of bots. We know everybody in there is real, and they participate, and you guys are awesome, seriously.
Yeah, big time. And I think actually we had our kind of first flurry of the Russian invasion today of the bots that came in and started attacking us. And we've put some more measures in place with the Calispot and stuff to kind of keep these bots out. But bots are things that kind of haunt Telegram and many parts of the crypto space. But I think the one thing to reflect on is you don't get bots if you're not doing something right. So even though it was a little bit of an administrative effort today to kind of make sure that we managed it effectively, I think the fact that bots are there means that people are starting to look. So I think launch is great. Community is growing. We have more plans. We've started some kind of different campaigns that aren't so visible to you now. They're more kind of behind the scenes, softer approaches to bringing people to our website, to our Telegram, to YouTube, etc. And also we have plans for kind of future AMAs and kind of growing the community through, collaborations and like-minded partners, and proving ourselves in this space that we're doing the right thing. We're trying to collaborate and lift everybody up in the space. And through that, we'll, gain the credibility of many other people and continue to grow organically. We actually did, I did a couple of tests, right, Mike, where I kind of went out to influencers to do stuff, and it didn't bring us anything. So we're kind of being very strategic on how we're looking to spend our time and our money to bring
Absolutely.
people to, because you can throw away everything we've got and more and it not bring anything, and this is where, we're using tried and tested methods. We're testing out things, to prove that maybe they do or don't work. But there's a lot more going on behind the scenes that you don't actually see.
Now, something that I do see right now, I have Wanchor Token's website pulled up right now, and I'm seeing a little something in between PooCoin and PancakeSwap called Ember. Why don't you let the cat out of the bag?
Yeah, so obviously, Mike's a great collaborator and networker in the space, and managed to connect us with Ember, who I'm not sure if many of you know about Ember, but Ember is kind of bringing, really, I think, the future of crypto checkout to life. And we've been very fortunate to be able to collaborate with Ember. We had, an initial discussion and things, and moved very quickly today on various calls, and it's already been implemented on the website. It needs a little bit of a cleanup, which Michael was going to do tomorrow, but we wanted to get it on there so it's kind of active for today. But basically, Ember is, let's say, a shortcut to being able to buy tokens on the Binance Smart Chain and other chains in future without all of the kind of the torturous process that we all follow every single day. And I think we were talking about it earlier on at EP, right? Of how many steps it takes. I can remember when I first bought like SafeMoon, there was all the videos of, you go here, you buy here, you swap, the native into Smart Chain, you send it to your wallet, you go into PancakeSwap, you copy this address, you
add the contract, this and that. My God.
It is something that is massively inhibiting people to get into the space. Let's be honest, and people who are kind of into it, educated and do it every day, I don't find it a problem. But if I was to convince my dad to buy crypto, that's not going to work, right? So I think that, I'm always interested to see innovators in that space on how to make things more simple and seamless. And basically, Ember is one of the first, let's say, to do something like they're doing. Not everything's fully disclosed yet, but I think they're going to really be a pioneer in this space. So basically what we have now on the website is we have the ability to buy through PooCoin, PancakeSwap, and now the ability to buy through Ember. And Ember is a direct buy. You connect your wallet and you buy instantly Wanchor Token, right? You don't have to go and change your slippage or add the token address or go to PooCoin or whatever it is. And I think what they're trying to do, and there's one place you go in with 2 clicks and you get everything done. You don't have to jump around all these different apps and, accidentally buy cake instead of Wanchor because you forgot to add the contract address or whatever. I've done that before in the past.
We've all bought cake.
Right? But so we've formed a collaboration with them. They are starting to grow the number of projects that they're looking to work with and to partner with. They'll be sending out some kind of communications on their Discord tomorrow, and also some tweets about us, coming together to work together. But it's not really even just about, let's say, phase 1. So phase 1 is the beta version, right? And just I want to explain a little bit around what the beta actually means. So you can go on there today and buy Wanchor Token and not have to go to PancakeSwap. It will do all of the slippage and calculate everything for you. And there's no additional fees. It's basically removes all of the admin of having to use PancakeSwap, and it's exactly the same. One thing that does change, and this is how they kind of drive their model, is that they, in the future, when they look to release their, let's say, version 1, which is coming in the next 2 to 4 weeks, is that they will apply a 1% convenience fee to using that method. So, like I say, for people who are kind of veterans and using PancakeSwap and stuff like that, you don't necessarily have to use, to spend the extra 1%, but it makes it a lot easier for people who don't want to have to do that to be able to have a seamless one place where they can buy our token. The next part that kind of comes even more so with that is that there's going to be, the direct buy. So you're going to be able to use Wire to, purchase directly. So, it's not a case of even buying BNB with Wire. and then going to kind of buy on and swapping your BNB for Wanchor. You're going to be able to buy direct from fiat to our token, which, everyone's crying out for buy buttons everywhere. And I think this is, us trying to be, as much as we can at the forefront of these innovations. But just to make it clear that this is something that is going to be incrementally building out. So between now and when that goes live, no additional fees than PancakeSwap. When they do have that direct buy, there will be a 1% fee if you use it. So if you don't want to pay the 1%, don't use it. I think it's just another way for us to bring people into the space who don't want to use PancakeSwap and have all of the admin. But the other thing that's coming on their roadmap, which I think is big, not even big, it's huge, is they have the off-ramp as well. So that you're going to be able to, then cash out directly to fiat. Sorry, my little boy is still coughing his head off. Apologies for that. So so it's not just, buy with your credit card to buy tokens in their future roadmap. You're also going to be able to sell tokens and take it straight back to your bank account as well.
Wow, just with a couple clicks right from the website?
Exactly. And I think they're really going to be, like I say, they're young, fresh, and great. I mean, they're extremely smart guys for sure, right? And really great to kind of work with. And I think that we genuinely believe that this is going to be the kind of, the future of how people are going to, trade and buy in and cash out. So rather than wait for, things to get absolutely huge and it turn into like a, sorry, he's coughing his head off at the moment. Apologies for that.
Poor little guy.
Poor little thing. Is rather than it becoming like the next, equivalent of like the SafeMoon swap, where you have to pay a huge amount of money to be able to use this service, we've looked to collaborate early so that we can benefit from those innovations from day one. So extremely excited and happy to be working with Ember. It's like I say, it's maybe not for everyone, but it does enable non-BSC veterans to get in for a nominal fee in comparison to the administrative nightmare that we have today. And then
I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you, Steve. I'm not a fan of PancakeSwap, personally. So, to me, the way I look at it, 1%, and, you guys can, chime in if this has happened to you too. How many times have you gone to purchase something, especially during a run, and, you go to purchase it and the slippage is off and it declines your transaction. And next thing you know, by the time you get it, you get 10, 20% less than you would have gotten. To make sure that you get that every time, 1% is a small fee to pay. That's the way I look at it.
And you couldn't be more right. And also it's going to reduce the amount of potential failed transactions you get and wasting gas, right? If you haven't changed it from 0.5 to 7 or whatever you need to. So, like I say, I think it's kind of an iterative innovation, and I think that where they are taking this is going to be an absolute game changer in the space, and we couldn't be happier to be working with the guys. So that's the kind of the news on, and we literally only kind of finalized the discussion probably 3 hours ago, and Michael was on the call, and it's, implemented on the website, and everything's already kind of live and ready to roll. So super happy about that.
And, Steve, this wasn't even on the roadmap. This was something that, like we had announced with the launch, the NFT marketplace and, the custom NFTs and all the swap wasn't even, on our radar on this. And that's, the kind of things that, we want you guys to know that, we're constantly trying to innovate to align ourselves with, the newest, technology and the newest trends to, be a relevant token for you guys and, not fall behind. We want to be at that forefront.
100%. I'm thinking that we're ending up with more that's not on our roadmap than what is. So maybe we need to update that.
We need a V2 roadmap pretty soon.
But it kind of goes back to, when we always talk about the origin, of us coming up with the two very, very complex projects. But it's kind of in the DNA of us as a team, right? Where, if there's something that can be done that makes it better and does innovate and does make it easier for people or more appealing, we're going to do it, whether we say we're going to do it or not, right? We're going to do it. And I think this is kind of testament to that.
Yeah. I'm kind of getting a reputation of kind of working behind the scenes with things and then just dropping bombs on you guys. Like, oh yeah, guys, here's a swap we're going to be doing.
But I think what this can be coined as the swap on steroids once it's got the on and off ramp for fiat, because that'll be a game changer, really.
Sorry, I lost the mute button there for a second. Yeah, man, this is definitely super exciting. I think we got Benjamin in the chat right now. Thank you so much, Benjamin, for taking the time last night. I know you're over in Europe, and it was probably really late by the time you got done explaining everything to me, and like you handled it with like so much class, and you explained it so great. I just want to thank you personally.
I appreciate it, guys. Yeah, I was at 2:30 a.m. It wasn't, and then I was like, "I'm going to go to bed. We'll sort it out in the morning." And then there was another couple of questions. I was like, "Oh no, I just want to go to sleep." But yeah, we got it over and done with, over the line, and very exciting time for Ember. Very exciting for you guys as well. Yeah, you're right. 2 to 4 weeks, we'll have fiat on ramp. That's very exciting. So you can buy direct with a credit card or a debit card, Apple Pay or Google Pay. Wow. There's no need to buy BNB off Binance, send it over to a wallet, wait for it to land in the wallet, and then you're worried about if it's. And it's not only that, it's the whole worrying when you send it from Binance to your wallet, waiting it to land in your wallet, and you might put a digit wrong and you lose all the money. And then, as you say, then swap it from BNB to Smart Chains. Then you've got to go over to a Pancake Swap, find the contract address, put it in. It's just a nightmare. This is very clean. 2 buttons.
Yeah, it's just amazing, and we couldn't be any happier to be aligned with you guys, and some of the projects that you're currently onboarding with this, and we think this is going to be huge, and this is just going to be just a huge innovation, and that's where we want to align ourselves. We want to align ourselves with these new innovations that make people's life easier. Because let's be honest with you, unless there's an easier way for non-crypto folks to get involved with crypto without all these intimidating steps, it's not going to happen.
No, it's not. It's not. Even like we signed up a project this week called Animal Concerts, and they trade 3 million USD a day.
It's amazing
in volume. Yeah, so that's even the big boys are looking at us at the moment. So it would just get bigger and bigger and bigger. And you are right where you said we'll get to a stage where we'll be charging new projects a fee to have this checkout where you guys get it all for free.
Man, that's a massive project, Animal Concerts. Man, we definitely like to get aligned with them and get on their radar in some way. That's huge.
Well, on Thursday, we have a podcast with our CEO and their CEO, and it's a live podcast on YouTube. You can watch it.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Yeah, we've got a lot of contacts our end. We know a lot of people.
Yeah, I'm kind of that weird case, that I'm with the team, and I have my own group like this, but I also am a YouTuber as well, a crypto YouTuber. So like I kind of see like everybody's kind of angles, which is good, because I can appreciate all perspectives. As an investor, as a content creator, as a coin owner, I can kind of like put on a lot of different hats, so to say.
Yeah, it's good. It's one of these things. It's not what you know, it's who you know, and that could be the big difference. You can be a whiz at something, but if you haven't got the hype man getting it out there, or someone making the contacts, collaborations, you will go nowhere. You'll stand still. You have to keep moving forward and innovate.
Yeah, that's why we put our team together the way that we did. We put it together to where everybody has a unique skill set that they bring. There's not a ton of overlapping skill sets. Obviously we all have our base that we know, but everybody kind of has their own specialties that, we can lean on for different situations, which just, it makes it a dream team, really. I couldn't be any more thankful to have the team that I have behind Wanchor Token. You guys are seriously awesome.
No, likewise, buddy. And I think that, you brought up a good point there, Benjamin, which is, you know, and we talked about it yesterday earlier on when we were on the call, which is, you know, there's a very similar mantra, you know, on trying to do the right thing in this space, right? And I think this is something we've talked about since day one of everything we're trying to do with, you know, the collaborations we have with Everreflect and others, you know, is about, you know, really finding people who are trying to, you know, innovate in the space, but really do it in the right way. And they're not people or projects that are trying to push others down. You know, this is only going to become, you know, a successful future in the BSC if, you know, like-minded people, projects with credibility come together to do so. Yeah, you know, and I really see, I have to say, this morning when I woke up, I can tell you I had like 700 messages in the board chat, and EP was joking about it. I was like, holy shit, what have you guys been up to? You know? So I started reading through these thousands of messages forwarded from you and Benjamin and from Mike and everyone chatting. And I was like, you know, I'm convinced this is going to be, you know, the next big thing, genuinely, right? And I think the way, even just from us talking, going through everything, understanding very, very quickly, you know, and how simply this can be integrated into projects' websites and make it so easier for the users, you know, and then as the innovations come with on-ramp and off-ramp, genuinely, I think this is going to be the next big thing, and couldn't be happier to be kind of collaborating together on it. So really massive thanks.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely exciting times to be a wanker for sure. And you know, I mean, I have some other things I'm working on too that I haven't even announced to even like some of the teams. So I mean, we're working, man. We are working for you guys. We are working to just, you know, innovate as much as we can. And you know, like we said, we're ahead of schedule with our platform we're developing. So it's going to be exciting times, and there's definitely going to be a lot of eyes on Wanker. And if you guys haven't had a chance yet, check out the merch store. We got some pretty awesome stuff on the merch store too, and we can't wait to start seeing some pictures of everybody's merch as it arrives.
No, I'm looking forward to mine arrive. But also just one final thought on the Ember stuff is, you know, obviously our primary utility is about matching, you know, credible teams with credible content creators, blockchain developers, web developers, all these kind of things. You know, with this the seamless kind of Ember checkout, how much easier does this make that process as well? So, you know, it's how can you start to think ahead at how you deal with transactions and other things in the future. It's kind of future-proofing a lot of the stuff that we're potentially going to face when it comes to the real go-live integration as well.
You know, you know what's funny, Steve? I didn't even think about that, to be honest with you, until you just mentioned that, because, you know, obviously we've kind of been going back and forth with different, you know, payment methods, you know, for that. But having this already set up with it really opens a lot of doors of some different things we can possibly do, for sure.
Yeah, and I'm sure we can probably have another call at some point. I won't drop it on you now, Benjamin, but it's almost the case that you have a different link to where it goes, you know, or whatever it may be. But I think there's ways to kind of make this seamless process for everything that we're doing and put it all through, you know, the innovations. Apologies, my little one really is coughing his head off.
Yeah, we mentioned in the chat the other possibilities of a company that has nothing to do with crypto, has an online store, as long as it's online, a person, let's call it Ethel, comes onto the website, has zero knowledge of crypto, doesn't want to know about crypto. They can literally buy through a credit card, debit card, Apple Pay, Google Pay, through that website, and that company gets paid in any token of their choice. So the customer pays through debit card, credit card, gets their product, and the company will then get crypto of their choice, their token of their choice. It's just the possibilities for the checkout are huge. Your merch store, for instance, you can have it on there, so you can get crypto instead of dollars. You can just keep going and going and go. You have a website, as you were mentioning, about services. Again, same thing. The person providing the service can get paid in crypto, and the customer can pay in credit card. Just again, it goes on. The list goes on and on what can be done.
Yeah, now you got my wheels spinning, Benjamin. You're gonna have me up all night thinking of shit now. Now my wheels are really spinning with that because I missed the second half of the call when my phone died, so I kind of missed some of this stuff you guys talked about. But yeah, that's amazing. We'll definitely do some stuff with that. Get another call going.
Imagine how I'm feeling, when we've started making all this. It's all very exciting stuff. It's just when, let's just get it finished. But it's like, it has to be security proofed, audited, it has to be copyrighted. It just takes so long. But once it's done, we are literally 2 to 4 weeks for on-ramp, but it's been 5-6 months in the making, and it's just now it's coming to life, and it's very exciting.
Hey, we're happy to be going along on the journey with you.
Yeah, you carry on, my friend. You carry on. Probably the only thing I would ask of you guys as well, just I know you're doing your website tomorrow, but obviously links and stuff on your website. If you can just link it straight to the checkout, that would be incredible. Like the buy button, and it goes to Pancake Swap.
It's already there. Actually.
Oh, wow.
So if you go to wankertoken.com and scroll down to where it says KuCoin Pancake Swap, it's already there, embedded, so people can go on and use it live.
Yeah, we move fast, Benjamin. We move fast over here.
You are quick, guys. I like it.
But I don't know also if you wanted to just say 2 words, because you mentioned about security and stuff like this, and this is something we were going through, and you were talking about hacking and how security is so imperative for these types of things. I don't know if you just want to say a couple of words that it's not just a case of, audited by Certic or whatever it is that people generically say, that you're kind of, collaboration or partnership or whatever it is, which is super compelling as well.
I won't go into too much because I know people in here probably won't get bored of me waffling on about audits and stuff. But just a brief note. So most companies get audited, and the two main ones are Hacken and Certic. They're the two big boys. So we had a situation where we just didn't want an audit because everyone has an audit. We want to be bigger than that. So we actually collaborated with the CEO of Hacken. She came on our podcast, and we actually are now in partnerships. So it's not just an audit, we're actually in partnerships with Hacken. So they're going to be proofing everything left, right, and center down to the bone. So this widget is bulletproof to a certain extent. So I won't go into all the KYC stuff like Dan did, but it's security proof to the max.
And I think that's noteworthy to say, not to go into the specifics, but I think just that fact, being in partnership with somebody like Hacken is different than being audited by Hacken. Very different.
Yeah, huge. It's massively different, yeah.
No, it's awesome. Super happy. Super happy.
Awesome. We can... do you have anything else to add, Steve, or do you want to maybe open it up to some questions? We would like to run a little contest tonight for best question, do a little bit of a giveaway. So we definitely want some participation here. So you guys want to unmute? You can ask Steve or me any question you want.
But be aware that the prize only goes to the best question at the end. So it has to be a good one if you want to win. We always have to go through a minute or so of silence of people being shy before somebody comes on up, right?
Yep. You guys should be able to just unmute, or else I'm going to start calling on people. So best question wins a prize tonight. It's got to be a good one, though, guys.
I have a question.
Go, Chubbs.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, Chubbs, we got you.
Can you guys hear me? So with this Ember, I'm checking out the link, and I can hook up my wallet, but you guys said something about being able to buy with fiat straight to Wanchor Token?
Exactly. So basically, Ember at the moment, correct me if I'm wrong, Benjamin, but basically it's in beta. So at the moment, during the beta, you can buy, it will connect via your wallet, you pay with BNB like you would through PancakeSwap, but you don't have to go through the 10 different steps to go to PancakeSwap to buy Wanker. Once it moves from beta into version 1, let's say, which comes also with the fiat on-ramp, that's when the 1% fee comes into effect, which is a very small fee when you consider, how much Benjamin and the team have put in place and making life for crypto easier for people. So that's basically the evolution. And then obviously off-ramp comes later down the road with the roadmap.
Right. So you'll be able to purchase with a credit card or debit card?
Apple Pay, Google
right.
Pay. Yep.
And not just from your existing wallet.
Exactly.
All right, cool.
And I think that's probably going to come, Benjamin, with maybe a slight widget update where you've got 2 options, I guess, or something as if it moves to version 1, right?
Yeah, I mean, from our end, it will update automatically. So it will just automatically update on your website. You don't have to do anything. But I'd just like to add an extra little feature, tiny little feature as well. Is when you actually make a purchase through a debit card, credit card, or even just from your native token to your token, at the end of it, it will say, do you want to add this token to your wallet? And you just press yes. And then it will automatically connect your wallet's already connected, but it will just literally put your token in your Trust Wallet or MetaMask without you going into MetaMask or Trust Wallet, finding the token, and then going down, pressing the little green button to activate the token. It'll do all of it automatically for you.
Man, that's awesome.
I can't even remember the amount of times I've jumped in at a launch and bought a token and forgot to add it to Trust Wallet.
Yeah,
so that's a great feature.
It's just at the end, you just press yes, and it just does it automatically. And also, I don't know, it's going to be put in, but it's still I don't know how popular it will be. It's a debatable concept. But at the end of your transaction, it will ask you, do you want to share this with your friends, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, that you've made a purchase? So then it will, if you want to, you can actually shill it on your Twitter, and it will link up to your website and everything like that someone's made a purchase of Wanchor Token, how much they put. It don't have to be how much, but you can debate what it is. So it's just another way of awareness for people. They made a purchase, they want to show it off, then it's just another extra. Some people won't use it because they don't, they like to keep things quiet. Some people love to show off.
Cool.
Yeah, that's...
I don't think I've bought anything or plan to buy anything that I want to show off, in honesty, at the moment.
Yeah, crypto's a weird one. It's like, me personally, I'd never tell anyone what I've purchased, obviously. You shouldn't really. But some people just love to boast. So good, if they want to shill it on their Twitter, let them.
Awesome.
That's great.
Steve.
Anyone else with a question there?
We got Dead.
Yeah, a bit late, so thanks. Is that service available to other tokens, Benjamin?
Of course. So, am I allowed to talk about Ember a little bit? Can I do that?
Yeah, sure. Paul just joined in a couple of minutes. He joined in after you kind of explained a lot of it. But yeah, definitely go for it.
Yeah, I don't want to be shelling us when it's your thing.
Hey, we're not like that, man. We're for the people, by the people token, So we're in it with everybody, man. We're not sticklers with that kind of stuff. We're pretty open here.
So Ember's on. So Ember's on 21 chains. So Ethereum, BNB, Bryce. You can buy any token from it, so we can put a widget like they've got on their website, and we can put it on any project's website. At the moment, it is just a native token to a token swap. But what's coming in the next 4 to 6 weeks as well is ember.org, and ember.org will be the first website in history where you can buy a minimum of 9,000 tokens in 2 clicks. Not all 9,000 in one go, but any token you want, up to 9,000, you can buy with a credit card, debit card from the website in 2 clicks.
Nice.
So that will be coming in the next 4 to 6 weeks.
All right, Benjamin, I'm going to DM you privately, and then we can talk if that's okay.
Yeah, no worries.
I thought that was coming, Paul, and I think that this is where I think with your great group, Mike, is you've actually got a lot of token CEOs and team leads. So I think, also through this, it can be something where I think it's good to spread the word on, new innovations and like-minded people. So I think it's something where hopefully you get some more uptake also through this collaboration as well.
Yeah, and I also want to ask Dirty Mike if he's up for being the voice of our videos going forward, like our designated speaker, because I love his presentation style. Sorry, I don't want to steal him from you.
Oh no, Paul, you actually. Sorry, I lost the first part of that. Can you repeat that, please?
Yeah, I really like your presentation style. So like Safe Moon have one, like a guy they like to go to do all their videos. I think I'd like you to be our guy going forward.
Oh man, I would absolutely love it. And like I said, I'm a team member of Wanchor Token, but I work with so many other tokens as well, and I put on a lot of different hats, so it's definitely not a conflict of interest, for me. And I don't want to speak for any of the team, but I don't think anybody really cares. Do you guys care?
Well, I am a whale in Wanker, if that helps.
That's awesome. No, you're definitely a wanker. That's great news. No, I would definitely.
My missus will tell you I'm just a great big wanker. Full stop.
We're all a bunch of wankers. No, hey, it's not a surprise, Paul. We're big fans of your project as well too. And, you're a friend of the Wankers. You're a friend of this investment group, and you're a friend of mine. So, yeah, I absolutely would I'd be honored.
Cool. Well, again, I'll DM you. We'll talk.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've got a lot happening, so I'm going to need some videos coming out.
Absolutely. I'm excited.
Yeah. I've just done an amazing deal today. So,
that's
really
exciting.
Really stoked.
You're buzzing. You can't wait to tell people. I could tell.
I can't. I'll tell you first, and then you can tell the world.
Yeah, definitely. DM me, and I'll make a video for you.
Thank you, buddy.
Awesome.
But I think you raised a super valid point there, Paul. Of when it comes to actually a lot of these projects in general, right? Is getting somebody who is a good kind of voice promoter, people who, trust, know the space, etc., etc. I think it's actually a very key thing in this space. And actually for, a number of projects which I've, invested in myself, just people, not everybody's, a public speaker, right? And can talk about things in a particular way. And I think this is something where I think that, like the offer you just said to Mike about being that, I think that's a really great thing, because I think that, being able to lift other projects up through, really having a clear narrative that people are used to, they trust the people behind the voice. I think it's a really good thing. So awesome.
Yeah, we're going to be doing some videos, and I've got a TV presenter friend of mine from the UK that's gorgeous, and she's agreed to be the face of the of all the videos going forward, adverts and instructional videos,
nice.
etc. So I think with her and you, Mike, I think it's a nice combination.
Yeah, it's exciting stuff.
Keep Mike off the videos. Don't ruin the videos. Right?
Yeah. You keep my face off, though. I don't want to ruin them for you guys. We don't want people to lose their appetites. We want them to be hungry with you guys.
When you see her, you'll know that. Yeah, she's gorgeous. She's taken. Nothing. I'm not leering over or anything. She's a friend of mine. So, so she, that'd be good. But yeah, having someone that knows the space as well. She knows nothing about crypto, so she's literally a TV presenter. But Mike presenting, I think, is a great guy, a great asset for you guys as well.
Awesome. I appreciate it massively.
Awesome. I appreciate the compliment.
And I think before we jumped into that thread, we cut you off dead. Apologies for that, Ryan.
Okay, yeah, this is what I wanted to say. And, with our stuff coming up too, and sometimes we got a little bit of FUD there, but it was shut down. But as anybody may be able to see now, during and after this launch, we told everybody, and you guys told everybody, that, we gave private sale and pre-sale to, people that were trusted and wouldn't dump. And I think a couple people tried to FUD and carry on about it. But as you can see, the way the way it's still sitting that nobody dumped.
Yeah, it's a super valid point, right? And I think this goes to saying, and I wasn't talking specifically about the great stuff that you guys are doing, right? But the others in the space are saying maybe after seeing how that when we don't have to go with pink sale and just get wrecked, right?
Yeah.
And because that the project and the launch is the most important phase of any project, and if you can safeguard that, and then run up from there, it's it's an absolute game changer. And actually, we were joking about it today. Actually, so that I think it was UEP noticed somebody in the Wi-Fi chat. I think he used to be a member of this group. He's not a member of the group anymore. It was a guy called Steve who was the one who was giving us the FUD when we did our first ever AMA. And I think he called it a job for the boys.
Yeah, job for the boys. That was the word.
Was going to look to take a screenshot and send it to him and say, doesn't look like a fucking job for the boys, does it? You fudder. Right? So you make a super valid point, right? That actually, the approach taken, and hopefully this is a role model to say, that this, when the team's trustworthy and a lot of these things are in collaboration and we all know each other and stuff, that there's a lot of credible projects coming. And I think following this type of model potentially is a key differentiator, right?
Yeah, well, that's what my point was. I mean, you see everybody around our communities can be trusted, and I think that's a big thing, and that just showed a big thing right there for the future.
Yeah, completely. And I think that, what you guys have got coming is, people will be hearing a lot more about it, and it's as solid and as genuine as anything I know. So super looking forward to it.
Yeah, we'll give a shout out. Cypher Token's got some good stuff going on, and we're excited
Any other questions, guys? Remember, we've still got that prize out there.
Yeah,
we've got two questions so far. It's between Chubbs and Ryan. Who else is going to throw their hat in the ring and stand the chance of winning the prize?
I got a dumb question. I missed a little bit of the beginning. When does this all launch? I'll start off with the swap.
So it's actually live now. It's already on the website.
Oh,
so we don't normally take much time. So basically, let's say the beta version, which is basically you being able to connect your wallet by directly Wanchor with your BNB in your wallet, not have to go to Pancake, not do the slippage. You can use that right this second, no fees in addition to what's there on PancakeSwap. What's coming in 2, 4, or 6 weeks, I'm not going to state what the timelines are, but let's say soon, from Benjamin and the Ember team, is that they're going to be having the fiat on-ramp. So you're going to be able to buy directly with credit cards via wire, and that will be a seamless update on the website. So that will just change once that's implemented. And then the real big innovation to come beyond that is then obviously the fiat off-ramp as well. But as Benjamin said, that fiat on-ramp is going to give the ability that, you can buy 9,000 different tokens through 2 clicks, which is pretty awesome. And I think has the potential to be the future in this space, genuinely. Otherwise, we wouldn't have said this is an amazing idea, let's do it today, if we didn't think this has huge potential to be the future of how everyone does this moving forward.
Yeah, we moved quick on this one. We just started talks with it last night. We were so impressed, and we made the move on it. And like we said earlier, we're trying to align ourselves with the future of technology and getting people into crypto, because we went over earlier, there's just so many steps if you're not familiar with crypto on how to do all these things, to where if you can make it as easy as possible for somebody who's newer to it, you're going to attract more people.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, we're really excited about that. And it is live and it's looking nice on the website.
And I think Michael, I always praise Michael to bits, our web developer. He's the best I've ever worked with, honestly. And he works I would say I never drive in any other gear apart from sixth gear, and you know, everyone in the team is a sixth gear guy, if not a seventh gear guy. And I have to say, Michael is super quick. We literally had the VC. We said, little team huddle, what do we think? Yeah, let's go. And within 15 minutes, it's on there. He's going to pretty it up a little bit tomorrow with some of the formatting to really see exactly the best place to put it. But yeah, absolutely awesome.
Correct me if I'm wrong. We actually got this from not a team member, a community member had suggested it to us, and isn't that right, Mike?
Well, what happened was a community member referred me to just a random Telegram guy who does Twitter promotion for free for people. And, you know, he took a look at our website and he's like, you know, why don't you have a direct buy button? You know, you guys got to get with Ember. So it was through the member that I met somebody else, and then through that somebody else that they referred me over to Benjamin. So yeah, it was a lot of wheeling and dealing last night. But yeah, he got me in the right direction for sure. Cupid Love, I think, is his name. So thanks a lot. We appreciate it.
Well, just to add on to that, you know, with our main utility, like Ember and other tokens and utilities and web designers and stuff will be able to go onto our website, and that's the difficulty of new tokens or starting up a website or business. You don't necessarily know all the players in the game, right? So with our utility, you know, we could have known about this sooner. So that's what I'm pretty bullish about personally.
Yeah.
Yeah, the possibilities seem endless for, you know, what we're planning and what Ember is able to, provide for us. So, yeah, there's definitely just endless opportunities for how to utilize this moving forward, for sure.
I mean, our end goal, it's going to take a lot of work, is cross-chain. That's our end goal. We want to get that definitely this year. Once credit cards integrated and we then integrate with all minimum 21 chains. That's just what we got right now. There will be Solana chain, you know, all these extra chains coming on board over the next few months. But the end goal is cross-chain. So if you've got a token with Ethereum and you want to swap it straight for Wanchor Token on BSC, it's just 2 clicks. There's none of this sending it to an exchange, swapping it for USD back to your Trust wallet. None of that. It's just literally connect your wallet, do the swap, press buy.
And to add to that point, you know, to do all those extra steps, you know, how much money are you losing, you know, each time you have to swap it, you know? I mean, so to just streamline it at just 1%, I mean, that's a no-brainer.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. We're 30 men strong, but it's not as easy as people think it is. You know, no one has really done this. So it's definitely something that's going to completely transform the crypto sphere.
Big time. And genuinely, I have to say, I mean, as I mentioned this morning when I woke up to 700 messages, I was like, whew, this is going to be a bit. But, you know, even just reading through all of that stuff and the kind of the VC we had this afternoon, I'm convinced, you know, if you guys pull this off, it's going to be an ultimate game changer. You know, really, it's
ultimate game changer. Yeah, it will be beyond colossal.
Yeah.
That's how you can see how excited we are. But we can't tell people this because we are very crazy bullish. But we are going to deliver it. It's all a question of when. We've had 5 months in the making, just getting it to this point. We've got another month to go, and then we'll have 9,000 tokens minimum ready to go. In the next 6 months, God, who knows what's going to happen? It's just going to go crazy.
9,001.
Can imagine it. That's all we achieve is one extra one.
Yeah.
I think it might even be. I think it might even be 9,002 based on who I can see in the chat.
Yeah,
So
we're definitely going to
thanks,
get we're definitely going to get this out to a bunch of people. You know, we have a pretty good reach of different groups of people that we're involved with and that I'm involved with. So, you know, a lot of people are going to find out about Ember for sure. Anybody else have
Appreciate
any
it.
questions? No problem at all, Benjamin. We're going to let Chubbs win this prize, or has anybody else got any questions? Not that you're not worthy of winning it, Chubbs. You do great work, buddy. All right, we're going to go once with final call. Any last questions, or have we covered everything for everybody tonight?
Not even a win Lambo.
Will this down the road go back to like a buyback and burn type of thing?
The thing is, we don't collect any fees from it.
Oh, okay.
Now, what will be going to a buyback and burn will be our platform. We're still hammering out the specifics because there may be a few other projects that are actually involved with the buyback and burn that I can't announce yet. But you know, proceeds from that will be going to a buyback and burn for, you know, a couple different projects. So yeah, we definitely have some things planned for that.
That's exciting.
And so yeah, it enables the buyback and burn seamlessly, let's say, but it's not a direct buyback and burn connection. But it will be feeding the money that goes towards the services and the licenses, which will provide the burn as one of the utilities, let's say.
Yeah.
Well, Ethan, you obviously can't win the prize, even though I think you were off. That was the first when Lambo question, which I think is the best question ever to be asked in any forum. So on a regular day, if you weren't the dead, you would win, I think. But so first when Lambo.
I think that was a good question by Jeremy.
Yeah, it was.
It was.
Yeah, no one's asked about that burn feature yet. So
no, they haven't. So that was definitely a nice one.
And Jeremy asked two questions as well, and the other question was a good question as well. So maybe this is cool. This who's going to be the official independent witness and adjudicator?
I will be the judge, jury, and executioner. All right, guys, we're about in an hour here. We don't want to keep anybody for too long, but this is recorded, so I will be posting it both in this group and in Wanchor and anybody else who wants a copy of it. So, last call. Any final question?
And if not, maybe I can play devil's advocate for the judge, jury, and executioner. They were two good questions. Maybe we split the prize.
I think that might be a fair assessment, Steve. Thank you guys again for joining us in here. We always love seeing new faces and familiar ones. Benjamin, thank you so much for coming in and explaining it. Paul, always good to see you. Cypher, thank you. Tevin, everybody, Noodles, Chubbs. We got Mike, Paul, Maddie, Mike Ruiz always involved. You guys are great. You guys are a great core for us. Kawani, don't want to miss any names here. But thank you guys all so much for joining us on this journey. And, we promise we're going to work hard for you guys. And we got some exciting stuff coming up. So thank you guys again for joining us. And we'll be back with another AMA soon. We'll be doing some rounds this week. Have a great night, everyone.
Awesome. Appreciate you, everybody.
All right, guys. Good night.
Bye-bye.